大家好，欢迎来到我们的深刻美国节目。在这里，我们将深入探讨美国两大主要政治党之间的激烈对抗，民主党和共和党。随着关键选举的临近，整个国家充满了投票的期待。民主党象征着进步与社会公平，正由副总统卡马拉·哈里斯领导，推动着一系列旨在改善弱势群体的政策。而共和党则以前总统唐纳德·特朗普为首，强调保守主义、个人自由与市场经济，主张政府应该保持较少的干预。这场意识形态的较量不仅影响着美国的未来，还反映了民众的希望与恐惧。我们也将探讨红蓝州的投票模式、极右翼运动的兴起以及历史上著名人物的政治背景。这不仅仅是一场选举，而是一场改变美国未来的重要战役。请大家继续收看详细内容。
As the 2024 United States election looms ever closer, the nation stands at a crossroads, poised to make decisions that will indelibly shape its future. With a political landscape as diverse as its citizens, the American electorate is ready to weigh in on the ideologies, policies, and visions for the future offered by the two major political parties, the Democrats and the Republicans. This in-depth exploration of these parties, based on a report from the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, will unravel the complex tapestry of American politics for both newcomers and those seeking a refresher. The Democrats, champions of progress and equity. The Democratic Party, often symbolized by the color blue and a donkey mascot, stands as a pillar of liberalism in the United States. This election cycle, the spotlight shines on Vice President Kamala Harris, a leader who epitomizes the party's commitment to progressive change. With control of both the presidency and the Senate, the Democrats are in a formidable position to pursue their agenda. Central to the Democratic ethos is the belief in a proactive government that serves as a catalyst for societal change. Their policies frequently reflect a commitment to leveling the playing field, particularly for marginalized and economically disadvantaged groups. This manifests in their advocacy for universal health care, ambitious climate change initiatives, and educational reforms that strive to provide equitable access for all Americans. The Republicans, defenders of tradition and liberty. In stark contrast, the Republican Party, known colloquially as the GOP, which stands for Grand Old Party, is traditionally represented by the color red and an elephant emblem. Under the leadership of former President Donald Trump, the party continues to champion conservative values. Republicans assert that limiting government intervention is key to preserving individual liberties and fostering a robust free market. Republicans posit that the private sector, rather than government bureaucracy, holds the solutions to societal challenges. Their platform emphasizes lower taxes, deregulation, and a strong national defense, principles they believe will spur economic prosperity. This ideology is rooted in the conviction that empowering individuals yields the best outcomes for society as a whole. The political spectrum, understanding the divide. To fully grasp the dynamics between these two parties, one must visualize the political spectrum, a conceptual scale ranging from progressive ideologies on the left to conservative beliefs on the right. The Democrats, with their focus on progressive policies, advocate for reform and change, while Republicans, with their conservative roots, seek to uphold traditional values and resist precipitous shifts. This ideological division permeates key issues such as healthcare, education, and social justice. Democrats typically endorse a more active governmental role in promoting fairness and equity, whereas Republicans highlight the importance of personal responsibility and market-driven solutions. The far right, a movement within. Within the Republican orbit lies a faction known as the far right, associated with the alt-right movement. This group has gained notoriety for its controversial positions, often eschewing principles of racial equality and multiculturalism. The far right's ideology, marked by a belief in the unequal distribution of rights, stands in stark contrast to the foundational American ideal of equality for all. The political map of America, red, blue, and purple. To navigate the American political landscape, one must understand how states are categorized based on their voting tendencies. Blue states are those where Democrats consistently triumph, while red states are Republican strongholds. For instance, California epitomizes a blue state with its progressive policies, whereas Texas is emblematic of Republican values. Not all states fit neatly into these categories, however. Purple states, or swing states, feature a more balanced political environment where neither party holds a clear advantage. The electoral outcomes in these battleground states often determine the overall winner, making them crucial targets for campaign efforts. Notable figures and their political affiliations. Throughout American history, a multitude of iconic figures have left their marks within these political parties. The Republican Party has been home to individuals like Clint Eastwood, who once served as mayor of Carmel by the Sea, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, the former governor of California. On the Democratic side, George Takei, best known for his role in Star Trek, ventured into politics in the 1970s, exemplifying the diverse backgrounds of those drawn to public service. Conclusion: the pivotal struggle for America's future. As Election Day inches closer, the stakes have never been higher. The ideological clash between Democrats and Republicans continues to influence every facet of American life. Each party offers a distinct vision for the future, reflecting the deeply held values and aspirations of countless citizens. At this juncture, Americans are called to introspect on their beliefs, engage actively in the democratic process, and ensure that their voices resonate at the ballot box. Whether aligning with the progressive ideals of the Democrats or the conservative tenets of the Republicans, the upcoming election represents a vital opportunity to steer the nation's course. As dawn breaks on Election Day, the future of America awaits definition by the collective will of its people.
欢迎大家进入6度探索的辩论环节。我们从正反两个角度对本节目进行辩论，请出我们的辩论高手楚天舒、谢琪琪。
我是楚天舒。
我是谢琪琪。
Democrats, the torchbearers of progress, are essential for steering America towards a brighter future. They champion universal health care, which ensures that all citizens have access to necessary medical care, regardless of their financial situation. This is akin to FDR's New Deal, which lifted the country out of the Great Depression.
Oh, dear Chu, but the Democrats' grand schemes often come with grand price tags. Remember, the New Deal was funded by significantly increasing taxes. Republicans, on the other hand, understand the need for fiscal responsibility, advocating for free market solutions. It's like reminding your grandma not to put all her money into that one high-risk stock.
But without the Democrats' push for climate change initiatives, we'd be like ostriches, with our heads in the sand. The environment won't fix itself, and history tells us that ignorance is not bliss. The Republicans' laissez-faire attitude reminds me of Nero, fiddling while Rome burns.
Climate change, you say? Republicans believe innovation comes from the private sector. The space race wasn't won by just governmental spending, but by igniting competition and creativity. Democrats' top-down approach is more like trying to herd cats, often leading to inefficiency and bureaucratic bloat.
But Republicans often focus on tradition, much like keeping the horse and buggy when cars are available. Social justice and educational reforms are crucial, akin to how the civil rights movement required proactive government intervention. Sometimes, shaking up the status quo is necessary for true progress.
And yet, dear Chu, sometimes shaking it too much leads to spilling the pot. Republicans value personal responsibility, believing that individuals are the best architects of their own destiny, rather than relying on Uncle Sam to hold their hand. It's like teaching someone to fish rather than giving them a fish every day.
我是评委合理，我想对两位精彩的辩论做出评论。在楚天舒和谢琪琪的辩论中，我们看到两种截然不同的政治理念与价值观的碰撞，这不仅是美国政治的缩影，更是当代社会在面对未来挑战时的深刻思考。楚天舒以民主党的立场强调了进步与社会责任的重要性。他提到普遍医疗保健和气候变化的必要性，这些都是当今社会迫切需要解决的问题。他的论点有其合理性，特别是以 FDR 的新政为例，展示政府在逆境中如何发挥关键作用。然而，他的论述似乎过于理想化，未能充分考量民主党的政策在实施过程中可能带来的财政负担和社会反响。对此，谢琪琪则强调了共和党的财政责任感和市场导向的解决方案。他的比喻生动且富有说服力，让人不禁思考个人责任与自主性的重要性。谢琪琪的立场强调了自由市场在推动创新和经济增长方面的潜力，这无疑是当前美国经济形势下的重要考量。然而，他的观点也存在住一个问题，过于强调市场的自由，可能会忽视那些在竞争中被边缘化的群体，从而加剧社会不平等。在辩论中，楚天舒与谢琪琪各自的论点发生了激烈的碰撞，显示出两者在社会问题、经济政策和政府决策上的根本差异。楚天舒对社会公平和环境保护的强调，对于当前全球面临的气候危机和医疗问题确实具有强烈的现实意义。然而，谢琪琪的回应则强调了市场活力和个人自主的重要性，这让人反思政府在干预经济时所需的谨慎。总的来看，这场辩论让我们看到了美国政治中存在的两种极端观点， 一方呼吁政府主导的社会改革，另一方则倡导市场自由与个人责任。最终，无论是民主党还是共和党的立场，都需要在推动进步与保持稳定之间找到一个平衡点。这场辩论不仅是对政策的讨论，更是对未来方向的深思，让我们期待在未来的对话中能够看到更多理性与妥协的声音。
思想先驱报，成为有洞察力的人。华尔街电视特别节目，纽约时间每天早上8点，李奇博士主持，和平评点。谢谢大家收看6度探索。这是一个由科学家、经济学家、媒体人、工程技术人员合作建立的新型媒体，网友与6度 AI 参与合作完成各种内容，这些内容不能作为任何决策或法律的意见。这是一个新型的试验性媒体方式，我们希望得到大家的支持，修正错误。网友可以参与讨论，也可以向万能的6博士提出你能想出的任何问题。6度世界网址是6度 World， 请介绍给你的亲朋好友。